Yankees baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by your local tri-state Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. By Optimum Fiber, famously fast fiber internet. And by Nissan. Hop into a Nissan Rogue and hit the road to adventure. Shop nissanusa.com. Some of the greats through the years to wear Cleveland uniforms and those pinstripes on a hot but picturesque night in Cleveland, Ohio. The Yankees and the Guardians getting ready for the first of three. And Trent Grisham will lead things off as we check out the Yankee lineup. Grisham, Rice, Goldschmidt at the top. And it's Bellinger and Chisholm who have both been hot. Spencer Jones, who a couple days ago had 3 hits, starts in right. Caballero at short tonight. McMahon and Escar round out the Yankees starting lineup.
And that lineup will face his big right-hander, Gavin Williams. He's a good one. This will be his 14th start on the year. All the numbers are really good. And let's tell you a little bit more in our Nissan Pitcher Scouting Report about Gavin Williams. Well, nonstop, like the Drake song. I mean, this guy just pounds the zone. 65% first pitch strikes. That's up from almost 55% last year, and that leads to Dust in the Wind, a great group from Kansas, my home state. The dust in the wind part is because when you throw first strikes, you get them to swing more out of the zone. His rate is way up on Chase this year. And then, of course, dream on. This kid is a #1 starter type. It's the kind of guy you dream on and build your franchise around.
Beautiful song selection there, David. Makes her a lovely playlist. Let's take a look at the defense brought to you by your local tri-state Genesis retailers. Quan in left, Schneeman in center, Martinez in right, Ramirez, Rocchio on the left side, Bazana and Manzardo on the right, and Bailey behind the plate. And Trent Grisham digs in to get this road trip started for the Yankees, with the Yankees and Rays in a virtual tie atop the American League East as they begin action tonight. Grisham over his last 16 games in OPS over 1,000, and he takes a strike. 0-1 from Gavin Williams. 81 degrees tonight, but it feels a little warmer than that. That Midwest humidity. David and I both weren't long for the field pregame. And that is in for a strike as well on a curve. It's 0-2.
Little cloud cover helps here in Cleveland at Progressive Field because the sun just bakes the dugout where the Yankees are, and the first baseman too.
Strike 3 looking as Grisham sees 3 pitches go by and is down on strikes.
Well, he'll feature this curveball a little bit more against left-handed batters, and he got the call there. And Grisham thinks about it, but you only have a split second to decide.
And Williams leads the AL in called strikeouts this season, a category Will Warren leads since the start of last season. He gets a called strike 3 to begin things tonight. And Rice takes just down. 1-1.
Love the way Rice tracks the ball, right? I mean, I haven't seen somebody track a pitch like that almost since Pete Rose, who used to follow the pitch almost into the glove.
All the way in, yeah. And Rice, 6th in the American League in batting average, 2nd in the majors in slugging. Jordan Alvarez, the only hitter with a better slugging percentage, 2nd in the majors in OPS. Just having a fantastic first half. And ahead in the count here on Williams, 3-1. Guardians coming off taking 2 of 3 against the Yankees this past week at the stadium. As Rice will watch ball 4 sail by, and the Yankees with their first base runner of the night. Let's take a look at the umpire scouting report brought to you by your local Kia dealers. Nate Tomlinson behind the plate tonight and hitter friendly. Fewer inside strikes on righties. Here's Paul Goldschmidt. So important to the Yankees as they've navigated key injuries. Swings and misses there on a 94-mile-an-hour cutter. See the strong numbers for Goldschmidt on the season. His last 26 games, a .958 OPS. That's a strike. Pops out of the glove. Second time that's happened, but in there for a strike. The 0-2.
When you look at Gavin Williams and his repertoire, it's almost 50-50-ish between fastballs and off-speed pitches, counting the cutter as a fastball.
Ooh. Goldschmidt held up 2-2.
Got a slider and a curveball, and you can see Goldie just, oh yeah, holds up easily on that curveball that hangs.
Started June 3rd at the stadium against the Yankees, went 5 1/3, allowed 3 earned runs. And a Guardians win as Rice is back. Goldschmidt hits that in the air to left field and deep. Quan going back, looking up. It is gone. Paul Goldschmidt continues to thump. Takes the right-hander out. And the Yankees, with a loud first, have a 2-0 lead.
I was told that Goldschmidt can't hit right-handed pitching. I was told wrong. Looking every bit like the everyday player he's been his whole career. Another look. Looked like a cut or something off speed, spinning up and out over the plate, and that's what you're supposed to do with pitches like that.
David, he has been so critical to the Yankees continuing to win games while they haven't had Stanton in the lineup. Now this period without Judge, you know, his importance is going to grow even more. And he's thrived with Aaron Boone putting him in there every day. Dellinger down on strikes, 2 down.
Well, not only is Goldie getting it done, but he's such a leader. And to your point, Ryan.
Nice catch there, huh? Wow, with one ball in his hand, now another in his mitt. Yankee fan, happy he came.
Wow, look at that emotion.
Yeah, that's right. Jazz on one off to first. Will be retired by Manzardo, but not before the Yankees get on the board thanks to Paul Goldschmidt's 8th home run of the season. Yeah, big smiles before. Big blast at the dish. And Will Warren takes the mound with a cushion. To Paul Goldschmidt's 2-run homer. Let's take a look at the Guardians starting lineup. Lozana leads things off, tops in the American League, second baseman at OPS. Jose Ramirez has been a thorn in the side of the Yankees. Then it's DeLauder, Manzardo, Schneemann, Martinez, Quan, Bailey, and Rocchio to round out the Guardians starting lineup. And that man on the mound, David.
Towing the slab here at Progressive Field in Cleveland is Will Warren, and The numbers jump off the page. They tell a story. He's been exceptional. And a little bit more in our Nissan pitcher scouting report. And it should have been a Cowboy like Toby Keith. There's some old school to Will Warren. You know, fastball 70% of the time, 2-seam, 4-seam. Purple Haze, well, in regards to that fastball, a lot of hitters just don't pick it up. It's a 4-seamer, it's a 2-seamer, it's movement, it's life, it's a lower release point, and don't sweat the technique on the third base side of the rubber. You know, he's been outstanding.
Very nicely done, David. The song references this season have been
a little
outstanding.
Eric B. and Rakim.
Yeah.
Don't sweat the technique. And Will Warren isn't at all. He's actually thriving with new technique.
You heard Meredith talking about that in the pregame as well, that shift to the third base side of the rubber and the way it has helped Will, who showed a lot to like last year and has built on that here this season. That's in for a strike 1-2. He also, with that run support, he's got 9.51 runs per game per 9 innings. Like that as a pitcher.
Sometimes that's what matters the most, what day you pitch on. Sometimes you feel like your teammates don't like you if they're not scoring runs for you.
Why are they?
Why are you picking on me? That would be Ryan Weathers this year.
Yeah.
There's always one every year.
All right, of all the starters that you were in the rotation with the Yankees, who's the guy who would bother the most if he wasn't getting run support?
Boomer. Wells. It didn't take much to bother him. But you want him in a big game, especially here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
He was the guy that could neutralize Jim Thome. Some of those tough left-handed hitters, turn those switch hitters around, make them bat right-handed, Vizquel and Alomar.
Strike 3. Bazana down looking one away. Let's take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. And you see that our Car Shield defensive player profile is going to be on Jose Caballero, getting the start at short tonight, David.
Well, you see the numbers. He's been exceptional at short. You know, defensively, he's made all the plays. He's covered a lot of ground out there. He looks the part.
And we saw maybe some leaning towards Volpe in these situations recently. Caballero getting the start at short, position he played so well before the return of Volpe, and you know, Caballero's versatility is had him moving all over. He started 10 of the last 13 games entering this one off the IL, but just 4 at short.
Well, against tough right-handed pitching, you're going to see Spencer Jones in right. And therefore, Caballero is going to be at short. I mean, right now, the way things look. It's going to be nice to see Spencer Jones get a little playing time.
Yeah, give him some run.
And then when Dominguez comes back, yeah, the Yankees are really going to rely on their depth, in particular their outfield depth, because of the Aaron Judge injury. It's a nice feeling to solve some problems from within. You don't feel like you have to go outside of the organization to make a trade.
This guy's pretty tough to get out. Ramirez has just eaten up the Yankees in his career. A .342 batting average, .983 OPS. But this time he goes around as Warren fans Ramirez 2 away.
Well, if you want to know how to pitch Jose Ramirez, this is it. Bad down and in. Breaking balls off the plate, down and in. Don't give him anything for a strike middle in, because that's what he really launches. So soft away with changeups and down and in with breaking balls, and show your fastball. That's how you do it right there. Will Warren showed you.
Here's Chase DeLauder in his second big league season. Takes a strike, going 1. Has a 19-game homerless streak and is batting under 200 over his last 28 games. He started this season with a bang, had 4 homers his first 3 games. Former first-round pick out of James Madison University. And it's 1-2.
It's what this Cleveland Guardians lineup desperately needs, is somebody to go with Jose Ramirez.
Yeah.
Some thump in the middle of their order, because they have the pitching. A good young manager too, who's well liked. See the offense. There's Stephen Voigt right there, taking over for Terry Francona. It's not an easy deal, but he's done it pretty seamlessly. The offense tells the story. They need some slug.
Tapped, weakly foul, wide at first. Yeah, not an easy guy to follow at all.
No, and, he's such a, Voigt is such a good communicator. Just so important. That's what Aaron Boone does well with his players. You got to command the clubhouse, first and foremost as a manager.
Ripped, foul again. Strike three, got him looking. Warren strikes out the side, two of them looking. And the Guardians go down 1-2-3. The Yankees take a 2-0 lead into the second here in Cleveland. Nice frame job from Ascar. Let's check out one of today's player props, brought to you by Bet365, where winning is everything. Oh, will Spencer Jones hit his first big league home run? Again, the start here against Gavin Williams, and taking ball one. Yankees a 2-0 lead in the second thanks to Paul Goldschmidt's two-run homer. Jones with 3 hits, all well struck the other day in his start. Kind of excited to see him with a little runway maybe here. 3-0 on Jones.
You kind of feel like his first call up, you got nerves, your first time around, you're not really yourself. Now this time around, okay, you should be ready to go. First one's out of the way, you got sent back down, you hit a few homers down there right away, now you're back.
That pitch in there for a strike, 3-1. Let's check in with Meredith for a little more on Spencer Jones.
Well, guys, first time he was in that starting lineup since he had been called back up, he went 3 for 3. He told me earlier that day that when he went back down, he was able to kind of process everything, put it all into perspective. That made him just want to work a little bit harder when he got back down to the minors. In reflecting on it, he felt like he knows he can hit at this level, and he wasn't necessarily overwhelmed by any of it, but just being back up here this time, much more comfortable, knows what to expect, and knows the routine on a daily basis. The thing for him, he said, the intensity every day is so different up here, and you don't realize that until you're living it.
Really good stuff, Meredith, as Jones goes around too far there and down on strikes for the first out.
Well, 100 miles an hour up and in. That's going to get a lot of guys. And from the side, yep.
David, that was interesting at the end of what Meredith said, that the intensity, the difference in just the day-to-day intensity was the thing that kind of struck Spencer most. How about for you? What do you remember most about just what stood out about that leap up in your early days?
Well, you're trying to win in the minor leagues, but there's still development takes center stage. Players get pushed, they try things, they get more of a runway in the minor leagues. Up here, it's ruthless. You do your job or you are replaced. Winning is everything. You can talk all you want about trust the process in the minor leagues, and even on the big leagues to a certain extent. But you need something tangible. You need results up here.
Caballero takes down 1-2.
That's kind of the theme for the Yankees this year. You know, the narrative around the Yankees is there's a new sort of saying, we'll see.
Yeah.
And there's the perception that there's a new ruthlessness to the Yankees' decision making. And I don't know if that's true or not. It's a narrative, but it kind of feels like on the field they're buying into it.
Caballero skies that to right. Martinez back in the corner, and that one's going to be in the seats, a foul ball. Right, there's been an urgency.
That's even a better way to put it, a sense of urgency
Yeah.
for the Yankees, that the window is now. They're built to win. There's a little bit of chip on their shoulder, too. I mean, all the criticism about running back. They didn't do nothing, didn't do enough in the offseason. Well, all the guys they signed back are doing pretty well.
Yeah. The 2-2. In the dirt, it's full on Caballero. The Yankees now tied with the Rays atop the American League East. And Caballero, who was down 0-2 in the count, able to battle back and work a walk. Here's Ryan McMahon, who has hit better of late. Since May 20th, the .282 batting average. OPS over 800. Couple of big hits as well. Caballero obviously a threat to run off first. Dancing, not going. McMahon swings and misses. Let's take a look at the stolen base leaders brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. Yankees and Guardians tops in the American League in stolen bases this season.
I was told they're the Bronx Bombers.
Bronx Burners, baby.
They're the Burners now?
The Burners. Caballero, throw goes wild. Now Caballero will jog to second and be there on the E1. And speed can do that too.
It drove me crazy on the mound. When you had a guy like Caballero on the bases and you had to do this and make throws and quicken up your delivery to home, he's just a pest, a general distraction. Good if he's on your side. Bugs you on the other side.
1-1 on McMahon with Caballero now in scoring position. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Yankees with an early 2-0 lead thanks to the Paul Goldschmidt first inning homer. A reminder that the two night games at the start of this series are 6:40 starts. We can't help you anymore with the start of tonight's, but we can help you with tomorrow's.
I'm a fan of 6:40 starts.
Me too. McMahon weak hack there and is down on strikes, 4th K for Williams.
You know, we mentioned Williams throws his curveball more to lefty, especially to finish, and that's a good one. Down in the dirt, right over the top of home plate, and those are the ones that are more effective. You could see the drop on that pitch. It looked like it was right down the middle, and it was gone.
Here's J.C. Escarra, who thought he was headed back down to the minors, but then because of the cervical headaches that Austin Wells is dealing with, Escarra stays here. Even with Ali Sanchez getting the call up. Aaron Boone has talked a lot about still believing there is more in there offensively from Escarra. Just love the way he's handled the staff as he taps one to second here. Yankees held off the board in the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning in Cleveland. First game of a 3-game set, and the Yankees a 2-0 lead. Yankees a 2-0 lead, bottom of the second, thanks to Paul Goldschmidt's 2-run homer. Let's check in now with Meredith Marakovitz.
Well, Ryan, you were just talking about the catching situation with Ali Sanchez and J.C. Escara up here at the big league level. As we know, Austin Wells currently on the injured list with those cervical headaches. He did have some imaging done today. Aaron Boone asked about it prior to the game. Still no results on that imaging. We're hoping to hear more in the postgame. Depending on what the results of that are, he could potentially join the team and just be around in Toronto. But in speaking to Austin Wells, he could not pinpoint one play that had happened on guys. He felt like it was more a cumulative thing, and he thought more than anything just part of kind of playing the position. He said when things started to get a little bit alarming is when he was having some really big pressure headaches towards the front of his head. He started really not feeling well. He thought it was time to tell the training staff. That's when they started going through the testing. He was tested for a concussion. That came back negative. The imaging just to rule out anything more serious. So the Yankees will wait and see when it comes to Austin Wells.
All right, Meredith, thank you for that update. Certainly hope the best for Austin Wells and that it's a speedy recovery here for him. Will Warren dealing to Manzardo, who had a big series at the stadium last week.
Maybe Wells will get a little mental break too. Step away, take some of the pressure off, get healthy, get right. But it does leave the New York Yankees catcher position wide open.
Did he go? He did not. 2-2. It might have gone with a little flick of the barrel there at the end.
According to the new rules they're doing in the minor leagues, that's nowhere close to a check swing. So.
Yes.
So I'm gonna have a hard time with that when it gets here.
Yeah.
But yes, it's the we've said before on our previous broadcast, but there's a new rule potentially that's being tested in the minor leagues, and it's based on the foul lines. If you're a left-handed hitter, it's the 45-degree angle of the foul line that you have to break for a check swing, and the same for a right-handed batter on the first base line. So that's a lot farther than we just saw. So I'm all messed up right now. I don't know what to think about check swings. I never knew in the first place. It was the most ambiguous rule in all of sports. So they're trying to put some sort of measurement on it. So I applaud that, but I think they're going the wrong way with it.
Just missed there, 3-2. Now, it does feel like there'd be a value in coming up with some kind of measurement to put to it, since there's absolutely no uniformity. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming, and that is tipped, or no? Yeah, I guess so. Manzardo just got a piece. Lost the bat. Got just a little nick of the ball to keep it alive. That's popped foul. You know, Warren struck out the side in the first, but each hitter saw 6 or 7 pitches, and now you're seeing that here from Manzardo having a deep at bat to lead off the second. Three-two. Just missed with a backdoor sweeper, and Manzardo, the first base runner of the game for Cleveland. Let's take a look at the Mohegan Sun team scouting report on the Guardians.
Well, you know, like Aretha Franklin, they deserve some respect. They among the industry, they develop pitching as well as anybody. The Yankees got their pitching coach from Cleveland, Matt Blake, and he's a good one. Shining star, that's Jose Ramirez at third. I mean, he really is a superstar and a shining star. And the flashlight, you know, favorite group, Parliament, back in the day. Well, that's what Jose Ramirez is. He puts a flashlight on that dugout, and he makes everybody better around him. So that's the guy right there for me that makes this team go.
Tipped into the glove, 1-1.
I mean, you got it all there. Aretha Franklin, Earth, Wind, and Fire, Parliament.
Have we talked about the genesis of you and your songs this year in your scouting?
Well, I got on this train. I can't get off.
Okay.
So I got to keep it going.
Can't stop, won't stop. 1-2. I think what we should start doing is releasing like a Spotify playlist at the end of each game for your scouting of that day.
We could do that.
Yeah, you've put together a really nice playlist from today's songs. That's grounded to second, could be two. Jazz to Caballero, and there it is. Beautifully turned 4-6-3 double play.
Exactly what Will Warren needed. To your point, Ryan, he's throwing a lot of pitches, throwing well, getting strikeouts. 1 pitch and 2 outs. Get you right back in order.
Here's Angel Martinez. Takes a strike.
Kind of seeing Will Warren evolve this year, throwing more changeups. That was one right there down. It's got excellent movement on it. He's thrown 10 of them so far tonight, so the usage is increasing almost with each start.
That's rolled to Jazz. Picks the hop. Inning over. Warren has faced the minimum through 2. Works around the leadoff walk. 2-0 Yankees headed to the 3rd. The Powerball double play. Double your play with Powerball double play for just $1 more. Try it today. New York Lottery. Can you imagine? A big double play Will Warren was able to get off the bat of Daniel Schneemann in the second after a leadoff walk from Manzardo. And Warren has faced the minimum thanks to that double play through the first 2. Yankees got on the board in the top of the first. Paul Goldschmidt 2-run homer. 2-0 Yanks here, first game of a 3-game set. 6:40 start tomorrow, and then an afternoon game on Wednesday before the Yanks head to Toronto. Numbers for Grisham really strong of late. Last 16 games, batting over .370. 1-2. And we got off to the slow start. One of the things that Aaron Boone and the Yankees would point out is the under the hood numbers are really strong. Some cases even stronger than last year where he had a career year. And now over the last 16 games, he started to get those results.
Yeah, you think back to the offseason when he took the qualifying offer. You know, Trent Grisham made, $5 million-ish last year, and now all of a sudden he jumped up to the qualifying offer. He's repriced himself, and the Yankees look great for extending that qualified offer. They needed him.
Grisham smacks a single into right field, and the Yankees have the leadoff man on in the 3rd.
Even more important now that he's getting going with the Aaron Judge injury, he's a staple in center field right now. The Yankees have him on a 1-year deal. So all the criticism, take it back.
Yeah. Need him. Here's Ben Rice inside with a 98-mile-an-hour sinker, 1-0. Rice walked, scored in the first.
Starting first baseman in the All-Star game, maybe?
I think an excellent shot. You would think he and Bellinger have
Starting left fielder and starting first baseman?
really good shots to start, yeah.
They deserve it.
The 1-1. And it's 2-1.
This is one thing that is a constant with Ben Rice. He gets himself into good counts. Getting good pitches to hit is so much easier said than done. I've heard so many hitting coaches over the years talk about aggressive but selective. It's sort of that double-edged sword, right? Yeah, you want to be aggressive, but you want to get good pitches to hit. He's doing that. He's doing that as well as anybody in the Yankees lineup this year. Aggressive but selective.
The 2-1 smashes that just foul outside of first. 2-2. And each year, David, we've just seen more and more from him. Obviously, now he's turned into a full-blown game wrecker in the middle of that lineup.
He knows he belongs.
Yeah.
Right where he is.
Two. Rice hits it hard on the backhand. What a play. But Rocchio can't come up with a throw, and it'll be an infield single for Ben Rice. Exit velocity presented by Spectrum as Paul Goldschmidt comes to the plate. This was in the first.
A hanging cutter got launched, and that would be out in 30 of 30 ballparks in the big leagues.
You see 5 of his 8 home runs have come in the first inning this season as he turns on that. Just foul. It was a heck of a play by Rocchio.
It was a great play.
Make that diving stop.
And he had the out at second. He just couldn't get the handle.
Yeah. Here was the play from Rocchio.
Well, first it's hit hard, so excellent coverage, and you got it right there. Yeah, man, you needed a fork. Stick a fork in it.
First and second, nobody out. 0-2 on Goldschmidt. Towering pop-up off third. Ramirez with the infield fly called makes the catch. 1 away. Big out there for Gavin Williams. Here comes Bellinger. The home road split still drastic, but the numbers lately on the road are better for Bellinger. And he fouls that away. Bellinger hits it hard right at first. Manzardo going to fire to second for one. Back to first, Wild. And now heading home and sliding in safely is Grisham as the Yankees take a 3-0 lead. An E6 on what could have been a double play turned into a run for the Yankees.
Well, for me, this is an unforced error, because you don't need to make this throw. He really didn't have a chance. So it's a good inning and a bad inning for Rocchio. He made a good diving stop and then couldn't come up with the play, and then an ill-advised throw here to second, wide right. And Grisham going to scoot on home.
Yeah, David, you're right. I mean, that has to go in your pocket. You got no chance at Bellinger there.
No, especially with the pitcher rushing over there to cover. That's the hardest play.
Rocchio tied for 9th worst in the majors in defensive run saves since 2025. There goes Bellinger taking off, throw down on the money, and Bellinger is eliminated. But the Yankees tack on another run. They get some help from the Guardians defense. This time, their defense comes through, but not before. The Yankees make it 3-0. Hey fans, when you get Gotham, you get live games and exclusive Yankees content. Download the Gotham Sports app to stream highlights, features, podcasts, original series, and so much more. And if you get Yes on TV, then you get the Gotham Sports app for free. So download and sign in today. The Yankees a 3-0 lead. They get a little help from the Guardians defense there in the top of the third. And Will Warren pitching with even more of a cushion as he faces 7, 8, 9 in Cleveland's order. Stephen Kwan shows bunt, pulls back, and it's 1-0. Kwan has seen his numbers drop off quite a bit over the last couple of seasons. Think about him against Yankees in the playoffs a couple of years ago and felt like a guy you couldn't get out, and now he has struggled. 292 2 years ago. Big difference this year. And you just see how his career started and what it's been so far this season.
He was more in the category of Luis Ariz, not high exit velocity numbers. Doesn't hit the ball exceptionally hard, but squares it up really well. Big difference between exit velocity and squared contact, which are both measured by StatCast. So he was all about square business. Line drives, base hits. But the problem is when you get on the ground too much, there's a lot of outs on the ground. There's 4 infielders on the infield, and only 3 in the outfield.
And he works a walk here.
The pitch was called a ball. The catcher's challenging.
Or did he? J.C. Escobar is going to challenge, and
The call is confirmed. New York has 1 challenge remaining.
the T-Mobile ABS challenge, and confirmed a ball. So Yankees with just the 1 challenge remaining, and the walk holds.
Don't mind that challenge at all. Leadoff walk, tried to save it.
Yeah. It was interesting, though. I could definitely be reading into this, so disclaimer. But it almost looked like Warren was surprised when Escara challenged it. That was a real quick initial read of his reaction, but I wonder if he knew it was out. 1-1.
I think you're right. There's been many times I've seen Will Warren want to challenge himself, but he showed really good discipline.
Yeah.
Let his catcher do that job.
Hitting the air to left field deep. Bellinger racing back. It's over his head and off the wall. He plays it perfectly off the wall, zings it in, and it'll be 2nd and 3rd with nobody out after the double from Patrick Bailey.
First things first, it's hammered. We saw Patrick Bailey throw a seed to second base to get Bellinger. Stealing last inning, and Bellinger here. I mean, wow, that's just athletic excellence, because you got too close to the wall. That's not how you teach how you're supposed to play it. That's just him being really good at what he does. Great hands.
And if he doesn't snare that, Kwan's scoring easily. Here's Rocchio, 2nd and 3rd, nobody out, and ball 1 to Brian Rocchio. Wild pitch. It sticks back behind, and that run will score easily as Kwan taps home. Bailey goes to 3rd, and it's a 3-1 game.
You can see just yanked down and in from Warren. It's like a golfer and a snap hook in the woods right there. Every now and then your arm gets out in front of your body when you overthrow a pitch. That's exactly what happened there.
And it's 2-0 on Rocchio. Went around there, 2-1. Yankees infield back on the right side. McMahon plays about even with the bag, creeps in a bit in front of it. That catches the outside corner, and Rocchio is going to challenge.
The pitch was called a strike. The batter's challenging.
And challenge
The
unsuccessful.
call is confirmed. Cleveland has 1 challenge remaining.
This whole new rule has been illuminating, hasn't it?
Yeah.
At first, we thought the umpires would be just scrambled. They've been shown more respect than anybody because they're really good at their job, and that's what this has shown.
Yes.
It's shown them the pitchers are really bad at strike zones. And hitters think everything's a strike too. They've been humbled. So it really is been a humbling experience.
Tapped weakly to first. That'll get the run home as Rice steps on the bag for the first down, but Bailey scores, and it's now a 3-2 game.
Well, you can see Rice is playing back here. So there's no chance at home. Take the out.
So 2 runs here for Cleveland in the third. Yankee lead shaved to 1. And here is Bazzana, who will roll it to first. Rice tosses to Warren. Inning over, but the Guardians get on the board. Claw back a little closer. The Yankee lead 3-2 as we head. Oh, check that. Just the second out. Just the second out. Did it get you too, or did I get you?
You know, it kind of felt like it should have been the third
It
out.
did. There was something about the toss, but you know what? They have the outs right up there.
It happens every year to everybody.
Here's Ramirez. Well, either way, Warren's getting to face Ramirez with nobody on base. Whether the inning was ending there or he's facing him here. That's what he wants. Was able to strike Ramirez out in the first after Ramirez just torched the Yankees last week at the stadium. Was 7 for 13 with a homer and 3 doubles. Hits that one hard and into right field, a base hit. And Ramirez on with 2 out here in the third.
Well, to your point, it's better that he hit a single with 2 outs and nobody on than leading off next inning. So you kept him in the ballpark. His left-handed swing, by the way, it's tailor-made for Yankee Stadium.
Chase DeLauder up, struck out looking his first time. Ramirez, a stolen base threat as well. He's 5 home runs away from becoming just the 9th player with 300 homers and 300 stolen bases. The others on that list: Carlos Beltran, Barry Bonds, Bobby Bonds, Andre Dawson, Steve Finley, Willie Mays, A-Rod, and Reggie Sanders.
Barry and Bobby.
Yeah, how about that?
Bobby Bonds was an animal in the box. He could really hit.
There's a base hit into right center field. Grisham and Jones racing over. Jones cuts it off. Ramirez will be held at third. He lost the helmet between second and third, thinking about home. But the inning continues for Cleveland now with first and third and 2 down.
He absolutely was thinking about trying to go home, and you see good batting right there. Change up down and away, maybe didn't quite get down and away. But yes, Spencer Jones does a good job. Get over there and cut it off and get a good throw right back in, because this guy's thinking, I'm going to score from first. Any mistake at all. He wants it. Spencer Jones says, not this time.
Little trip to the mound for Matt Blake, as the Guardians have already put 2 runs on the board this inning and threatening for more. And Manzardo, who had a lot of big swings against the Yankees last week, steps up.
This is the part where Will Warren has made great strides this year as compared to last year. Last year, some of these innings would get away from him. This year, he's retained his composure in these spots. Let's see how he does here.
The Lauder at first, Ramirez at third. Pitch high and outside, ball 1. Manzardo walked his first time up. Daniel Schneemann is on deck. Gets the call on the backdoor sweeper. 1-1.
Good job by Escara. That ball broke around the plate.
Yeah. Cleveland's already been wrong once in the box in this inning. 1-2. I think had they wanted to challenge that one, they probably would have been successful.
I got that call every day in 1992, Ryan. I mean, that was a strike. That's the difference between the strike zones today and yesteryear.
Warren trying to get out of it here, already up to 61 pitches. First and third, 2 out. The 1-2 hit right back up the middle and off the glove of Caballero into center field. That'll tie the game at 3 as DeLauder goes to third. And an RBI single from Manzardo makes it a 3-3 game.
Oh, ball's tagged. It's hit hard. Caballero gets a short hop and is not able to glove it.
Tried to swipe at it a little bit. Maybe had a chance to get in front as hard as it was hit, but that ball was smoked, as have many of the balls this inning been off of Warren by a Guardians team that, for the most part, has struggled offensively this season. That ball 100 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of that, and then the short hop. He got caught in between on the hop, and as you said, kind of tried to glove it or stab it.
Here's Schneemann, grounded into a double play his first time. First and third with 2 outs, broken bat, looper. That one Caballero will grab to end the inning, where the Guardians put up 3 and tie the game at 3 at the end of 3 on Yes. Dinger for free every day for a chance at a profit boost if your selected player hits home run. And here are the featured home run odds for today's players, Jazz and Belly. So after a 3-0 lead from the Yankees, Cleveland answers with 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Now a 3-3 game in the first game of a 3-game set, and Williams deals outside to Chisholm, 1-0. Aaron Boone was having some fun before the game with the Jazz Chisholm using Aaron Judge's bat story, and he was kind of poking fun at all of us being so interested in it. He's like, I'm just not that. It happens, guys. I'm not as big on it as all of you are. Meredith, I know you've got to talk to Jazz about it too, though, right?
Well, from Jazz's perspective, he said he knows that he cannot swing Aaron Judge's bat as hard as he generally swings his. So he felt as though he'd be focused more on making contact, less on swinging hard. That's why he grabbed the bat to begin with. He actually did it last year and strained his oblique. So he knew if he was going to do it the same way, he would have strained his oblique, as you see Jazz called out here at first base. So he knew he had to take a little bit off of his swing, and he felt as though that helped him in that particular at-bat. But he's grabbed Caballero's bat in the past. He uses his, obviously, sometimes. Aaron Judge, a little bit of everyone in that clubhouse, with the exception of Giancarlo Stanton and Paul Goldschmidt. He has never grabbed either of those.
It is interesting, though, because a lot of times when you hear about guys changing something up, it's when they're not going well, right? Like that was the beginning of him using the pants and changing the bat. Well, he's been hot. So to change mid-game yesterday was interesting, although the first 3 at-bats didn't go well. The 4th one certainly did, as Jones takes a strike.
Just kind of goes to show you how starved we are covering this team for personalities.
Right.
To show your true self. I mean, it's okay. Sometimes you feel like guys are just, you know, they're afraid to say something wrong sometimes.
Sure.
In their interviews. It's okay to show a little personality. That's why we love Jazz, because he's nothing but personality.
Aaron Boone said he's our Jazzy. Jones fouls that off, 1-2. Chase is there, and Spencer Jones down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight, 2 away.
Yeah, Williams got Jones with a 100-mile-an-hour fastball up and in the last time, and this time an 82-mile-an-hour curveball down and in. That's what you call getting worked over. Gavin Williams is a good one. Man, he's a big old donkey, too, isn't he? He's 6'6", 250. Throws 100 and an 80-mile-an-hour curveball. This guy's pretty good.
Leads the American League in strikeouts. Equal OPS, essentially, for righties and lefties against him.
6'6", 250.
Yeah, no, that's big.
Might be an 8, size 8 on his head, too, maybe.
Do you have that gift? You can look at someone's dome and prescribe their hat size?
Kinda. I mean, after being in the game, we kind of, you know, that's an old baseball joke, is joking about hat sizes. But this guy is prototype, 6'6", 250. Power right-hander. That's a guy. That's a guy you can hang your hat on, so to speak.
Caballero, 2-1, and 3-1. Caballero, one off to short. Rocchio gloves, fires in time. Nice play by Brian Rocchio there after a rough 3rd. Comes up with a nice play in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning in Cleveland. It's a 3-3 game. Time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. Tonight's picture is of Nugent with his dog Chance. Nugent wears his Yankees hat everywhere he goes. Love it. Use the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride to mention yes in pictures you post to social media to reflect your love for the Bronx Bombers. We might spotlight you in a future game. Ryan Rucco, David Cohn, Meredith Marakovitz with you, our entire Yes Network crew. Appreciate you being with us always for Yankee baseball. Your summer backdrop, and it feels like a summer night here in Cleveland.
Nice crowd Monday night here in Cleveland.
Really nice crowd, yeah. There's Angel Martinez. He takes strike 3. Beautiful curveball, clipping the outside corner. And the 4th strikeout for Warren.
I love his curveball. I think it's underutilized to me. I like the tilt and the downward tilt it gets, and look at him buckle. A left-handed batter, no less. For me, sometimes if he gets such great movement on his sweeper, it's hard to control sometimes. Curveball, you can drop in there.
And to your point, David, he uses it just 2.7% of the time this year.
Especially left-handed batters, right there to finish or to get ahead. I think is a really good weapon for him.
There is Stephen Kwan, who started the third inning rally with a walk. 1-1 on Kwan. 86 called strikeouts now for Will Warren, which leads the majors since last season. Roll to second. Jazz. 2 gone.
Should have used dust in the wind for him, for Will Warren, right? All those called third strikes.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the dust from the catcher's mitt, dust in the wind.
Very nice. So not only are you coming up with song titles, but you're always thinking about double entendres.
Yes, you got to be a tie-in.
Yeah.
But there is something to Will Warren and all those called third strikes.
What does that tell you generally, David, when a pitcher has a lot of called third strikes?
The deception is there. That's so hard to measure. He throws from a lower slot, 2 different kinds of fastballs that catches hitters off guard. The ball jumps at hitters, even though it's not 98 to 100. There's real built-in deception there. That's every Major League Baseball analytic department is trying to find a measurement for exactly that. What is deception? How do we measure it? Can we teach it? A little bit of a crossfire. Maybe he's hiding the ball a little bit. His lower arm slot, the movement on his fastball, all of those things together add up to all those called third strikes.
Two and two on Patrick Bailey, who smoked a double, came around to score his last time up. Fouled straight back.
Well, the book on Patrick Bailey has always been maybe the best defensive catcher in the big leagues. If he could just hit a little bit. Came into this game hitting 151. Did hit a booming double earlier.
3-2 now on Bailey. Yeah, we saw him throw a seed to second when he threw out Ballinger. An absolute hose. The 3-2. Pop foul, still full.
You know, the Yankees find themselves in that situation. You know, sometimes a fan base, you just get worn out by a fan base. Patrick Bailey in San Francisco, there was kind of that situation. Even though he's very talented, it was time for him to find another place.
Rolled fair inside of first. Rice gloves, tosses inning over. Nice bounce back here in the 4th from Will Warren, who retires the Guardians in order. To the 5th we go in a tie game in Cleveland. Is coming to New York and New Jersey, and you can get in on the World Cup Mania at Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 18th. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a Yankees soccer jersey courtesy of Bank of America. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. Looks pretty cool. Here is McMahon leading off the top of the 5th in a 3-3 game. Oh, all right. Turn those dogs over. What are you putting on your hot dog, Dave?
I got to slice it down the middle, you know, and grill it on both sides.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say it's a choking hazard, but all right.
No. I like to slice it and get it nice and crispy.
Okay.
Only mustard.
That's it for you.
Only mustard.
All right. I like mustard. And I'll do some sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut's good.
Yeah, good for the gut. I know you're big on gut health these days.
Gut health, yes. Who knew?
Yeah. Maybe throw a little kimchi in the mix.
We weren't talking about gut health in 1970. So.
McMahon fouls it back.
Or sunscreen.
Yeah. Remember the sunscreen song? You ever hear that song?
No.
Oh, all-time great song. It's like an advice song on life. There's McMahon. Skies that to left and deep. Quan back, looking up. That ball is off the top of the wall. And Ryan McMahon been hitting better of late with a leadoff double to start things in the 5th.
Well, the pop is real. We've seen enough that Ryan McMahon can drive the ball the other way, especially on pitches down in the zone. He's a dead low ball hitter.
And might have that
was it up
out?
there?
Oh yeah, that looks like it's gone, David.
Like a little ricochet up top.
Yeah.
This is a crew chief review for a possible home run.
I think that's gone, David.
I gotta believe you're right.
Yeah.
It's got a good chance to be overturned.
Again, Oppo for McMahon. You know, to the naked eye, looked like it was above the wall, but then Quan played it fluidly and there was no reaction from the umps initially. Yeah, I mean.
Call's overturned. It's a home run.
That's gone, baby. Ryan McMahon, he looks towards the dugout and says, oh, really? All right, nice. Home run number 7 for Ryan McMahon. And the Yankees take a 4-3 lead. Yeah, Aaron Boone knew. Twirl that finger.
Think about all the calls in the history of the game before instant replay.
Yeah, so true. Remember that argument, well, human error is part of the game. Like, nobody wants a ball that should be a home run not to be a home run.
That's where it all started, right?
Yeah.
The instant replay.
Tapped to second. Bazana will throw out Escara.
Well, like most lefties, a really good low ball hitter. And you can see that ball's down around the knees, a breaking ball, and he just hammers it. The classic left-handed swing, and yep, that's gone.
Do we get to reload the home run call? How does that work?
It is a little anticlimactic. So.
Yeah. Grisham tips, and it's 0-1.
The Yankees jump back up. Gave up a 3-run lead. 3 in the bottom of the 3rd, now in the top of the 5th. The McMahon homer. You can see the breaking ball's down, and that kind of swing, when he can go down like lefties and drive it the other way like that, that is his happy zone.
Grisham pops it up behind the plate. That will make the seats. And we told you the numbers before. Ryan McMahon been a little more productive at the plate of late since May 20th, over 280. An OPS over 800, his 4th homer over that span. He's also had some pivotal hits during that stretch, including one here to give the Yankees the lead in the 5th inning.
Well, defense and homers were part of the equation for him in Colorado, and that's what the Yankees need.
Inside on Grisham, 2-2.
McMahon's always had a high strikeout rate, but he's been a great defender at 3rd, and he's got the potential to hit 20 to 25 home runs.
3-2 on Grisham. Did he go? He did not. And Grisham is on for the second time tonight. A hit and a walk thus far for Trent Grisham. And a one-out base runner for the Yankees here in the 5th.
Another good at-bat from Trent Grisham, and yes, he held. And it's no small thing to keep pushing Williams in this inning. That was pitch number 80 that walked Grisham. The sooner they can get him out of the game, the better, I think. Well, here in the 5th especially.
Here's Rice. Inside 1-0. Rice has walked, singled, and scored.
The pitcher's called the ball. The catcher's challenging.
All right, a challenge here. They've already been wrong once, and they are wrong twice.
The call's confirmed. Cleveland is out of challenges.
David, what you talked about before, about how enlightening the process has been, that is 0.1 inch off the zone, and the home plate umpire nails it.
Yeah, I'd stick my chest out if I were him.
Yeah,
home plate.
That's flex worthy. Rice chops that foul. The overturn percentage from the ABS. Overall 53. Catchers by far the best. Pitchers by far the worst.
Stands to reason.
Also feels like the pitchers do it the least frequently as well.
Almost by design.
Yeah. .83 pitches for Williams with 1 out here in the 5th. And 1 on. The Yankees have taken the lead on the Ryan McMahon solo home run. Overturned from a double. The 1-2. Rice lifts that to center field. Schneemann back on the track at the wall, will make the catch for the second out as Grisham has to pick it up a little bit, was jogging back and then realized he needed to add some haste and is back in time. With Paul Goldschmidt coming to the plate, let's take a look at the Optimum Fiber famously fast replay.
Well, this got the Yankees going. Little high cutter out over the plate, and he just tomahawks it to a happy Yankee fan.
Inside and high on Goldschmidt, and Grisham will scoot to second on the wild pitch.
Looked like a little backup cutter that just got away from Williams. You can see that movement on it.
Yankees 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Cleveland 0 for 3 tonight. 1-0 on Goldschmidt. And now 1-1. Yankees making Williams work. 2-1.
This has really been a Goldschmidt special, and in this spot, RBIs, he really has a plan, especially when he gets down in the count. Goes the other way a lot. A big hole on the right side here. We've seen him shoot the ball that way.
Inside that time, 3-1.
We've seen Goldschmidt, when he gets, 2 strikes on him, he goes that way.
Yep.
And he could pick up an easy RBI, but now with a 3-1 count, he might be looking to turn.
Bellinger on deck. Here is the 3-1. Dropped in a curveball for a strike, 3-2.
Coming in the front door, too.
Three-two. Broken bat, humpback looper to short. Rocchio makes the catch, ends the inning with the Yankees take the lead. Ryan McMahon smokes it up and out to left. Ruled a double at first. Aaron Boone knew, and now everyone else does too.
Welcome back to Progressive Field. It's time for the injury report brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. As you can see right there, Max Fried continues to show a little bit of progress, increasing his throwing to 120 feet this week. I spoke with him yesterday before the Yankees lost for this road trip. He said he'll get imaged at some point in time again during this week. If that goes well, he expects to be able to start throwing off the mound. Still a process, guys, to get him back out here in the starting rotation. One thing we have seen, these Yankee starters have been so good to start the year, and they certainly have been holding it down with Max Fried on the IL.
No question, Meredith. Good stuff there. You look forward to the day when you have Cole and Fried together in the rotation, something you have not yet gotten to experience, not to mention all the other great hurlers you have.
Makes you feel pretty good about the chances of those two guys, Cole and Fried, hitting their stride down the stretch run here. Maybe a little break for Fried might be a blessing in disguise on down the road. We'll see.
And I think, David, one of the reasons for some confidence in being able to navigate this period of time without Aaron Judge is just how great the starting pitching is. Ooh. Warren just drills Rocchio to lead off the fifth.
Ow. No chance to get out of the way.
Nope. Lozana 0 for 2 tonight, a strikeout, a ground out, and takes high. Holderman up in the Cleveland pen. Lozana was a double shy of the cycle on Friday. His OPS leads American League second baseman. And ahead in the count, 2-0 right here.
Yeah, both starting pitchers got pushed on their pitch count, so in the fifth inning, both of them are coming up towards the end. And Will Warren starting to labor here a bit.
We saw that even in the first inning when he struck out the side, but he had to work hard for all 3 strikeouts. 84 pitches for Warren, as that's skied foul down the left field line into the seats. 2-1. 20 pitches in a first where you strike out the side, and then 27 in that 3-run third.
Needs a double play ball here. That's where that changeup can come into play, and when he needs a grounder against a left-handed batter.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Another look, Ascar is setting up down and away. It ends up and in and right on by.
Strike 3, got him looking with that changeup. 5th strikeout for Warren. All right, it's time now for Name That Yankee, brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. David, here we go. 2000 with the Yankees, then a lot of years in Cleveland, before some with St. Louis, 105 wins. Difficulty level is an 8.
I got it.
You got it?
Well, I played it. I was a teammate with them in 2000.
Oh, 2000. Yeah.
I better get it.
All right.
Well, I've missed a few of those, by the way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I don't think I could expect you to name every teammate you had every single year. If we played a game and held up just a name and said teammate or no teammate, I think you'd probably hit on 100% or close to it, right?
There's a margin for error there.
Okay,
definitely.
all right. But to just have you off the top of your head, name all your teammates each year, I think that'd be tough.
Very.
So anyway, I'm glad you got it, but I wasn't going to judge you if you didn't. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Ramirez 1 for 2 tonight, has struck out, singled and scored.
Warren sitting on 90 pitches.
Did that hit him? I think it might have hit his back foot. That seemed to be what Ramirez was trying to say.
A little bit of everything going on there, right?
Yeah.
He almost swung at it, almost hit him. I don't know if you could tell from there. He might have felt the glove hit him in the toe. I don't know if we could see a baseball or not there. Vogt wants a look. We know what his vote is.
Cleveland is challenging that it was catcher's interference and a hit by pitch.
Oh. Catcher's interference and a hit by pitch.
2 for 1.
Yeah. You get one of those, you get the bag.
Catcher's interference, so he swung. What comes first? I'm not sure he swung, but that's how you pitch him, down and in with those breaking balls, and that's how he struck him out the first time. Another look. It's not a swing. I don't know how you think that's catcher's interference. I think the glove hit his toe, not the ball. That's so hard to tell. I don't know where the catcher's interference comes from.
No. I don't know that there's anything definitive there that's going to warrant it being overturned. I don't see the catcher's interference. I don't see the hit by pitch.
Ramirez hears something. He felt something on his foot, rather, and I think that was the glove.
Yeah.
Rather than the pitch. I don't know how you overturn that, unless they have some sort of view in New York that we don't have, which is possible. I am a fan of the music selection here, though.
Yeah, should I stay or should I go?
Yeah.
Call is overturned.
Ooh.
The catcher's glove did hit the hitter's foot. It is catcher's interference. The batter's awarded first base.
So, David, that's what I was just wondering about, actually, was getting clarification on. The glove, if it hits the foot prior to catching the ball there, then it's interference as well. We always see it with the bat. Rarely ever do you see it with a body part, but that also is catcher's interference.
And that makes no sense, that rule.
So Ramirez reaches with catcher's interference, and we'll step aside with a pitching change. Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the New York Lottery. Play today and start imagining your win. And by Hyundai. Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. Visit Hyundai.com for more information. Well, a sticky situation here as Will Warren departs following the catcher's interference. It's first and second, one out. And Brent Hedrick in for the Yankees. 8 consecutive scoreless appearances for Hedrick. Yankees protecting a 4-3 lead. It's the lefty Chase DeLauder up. And he takes ball one.
I'm going to put that catcher's interference under the I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Yep.
See something new every day. David, that's why we were trying to quick get clarification if it would be catcher's interference just on the body part prior to catching the ball, which of course would make sense because if a catcher took the glove and hit your arm before you swung, even if they weren't hitting the bat, that would interfere with your swing. But
I think, yeah, a little interpretation. If it did interfere with the swing, then maybe. But that he's just trying to catch the baseball.
Right. Very true. In that case, it had nothing to do with swinging.
Had nothing to do with nothing.
Because now if you're a sly hitter too, you could just breaking balls coming in, just put your back foot right on the catcher's glove.
Kick his glove.
3-1 here on DeLauder with Manzardo on deck. There's a strike. Remember, Cleveland is out of challenges for the remainder of this game. You can see it on our score bug right next to the Red Sea, where neither of those are illuminated. A 3-2. Swing and a miss. What a big bounce back there from Hedrick. 2 down.
Yeah, a great comeback. Lefty on lefty. Here it is. Hedrick has confidence in his fastball. He's not afraid to throw it over the plate. Got it done.
And they'll send the pinch hitter, the righty Rhys Hoskins, up for Manzardo, who had been on base twice tonight against the righty Warren. Cleveland has more advantages, more at-bats with a platoon advantage than any other team in the majors, meaning righty against lefty or lefty against righty. Warren a spectator. As Hoskins swings and misses. 0-1. We have Rocchio at second and Ramirez leading off first. Yankees a 4-3 lead, bottom of the 5th. 1-1 on Hoskins. That's fouled away, 1-2. Here's the actual catcher's interference rule. The batter becomes a runner and is entitled to first base without liability to be put out when the catcher or any fielder interferes with him. I mean, it's very vague wording.
I saw no interference.
The 1-2 stays alive, still 1-2. Bullpen budget is brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. And you see the Yankees, you know, they used 4 relievers yesterday. They all were efficient, all were effective. Should have plenty of options in that pen. Pop foul into the seats. And still 1-2. Hedrick trying to get the righty Hoskins out here. Pinch hitting for Manzardo. Blackburn up in the Yankee pen.
Hedrick been an unsung hero for the Yankee bullpen so far this year, trying to do it again.
2-2.
His best feature is he's fearless out there. Generally throws a lot of strikes. Trust his stuff.
Popped up off first. Rice there. Inning over. What a job by Brent Hedrick coming in and getting out of it. Will Warren relieved. The Yankees hold the 4-3 lead into the 6th. All right, thank you very much, Shaq. Taking a look around the majors. How about the Cubs? Just fell off the map after a great start. They've lost 20-27. Tarek Skubal on his way back and 5 scoreless in his first rehab game. And Yordan Alvarez having a huge season, and he's been piping out of late. 383, 7 homers, 17 ribbies in his last 13 games. Colin Holderman, the new pitcher for the Guardians. Facing Bellinger, swinging and fouls it back. 0-1.
Let me get this straight. Skubal had surgery on May 6th, and he threw 5 innings yesterday or today.
Crazy.
First start back from surgery, throws 5 innings. It's old school.
Yeah. Crackling sinker for a strike. 1-2. Holderman's ERA down to 1.96. Really strong ground ball percentage. Has allowed just 1 homer in 23 innings. Signed just a 1-year, $1.5 million deal in December, but now Stephen Vogt says he has pitched himself into being a leverage guy.
The proverbial circle of trust every manager relishes.
Rolled weakly to second. Bazana, 1 out. Hey, make your favorite players all-stars. Scan the QR code to cast your 2026 Konami eBaseball MLB All-Star Ballot daily, or visit MLB.com/vote. I can tell you've had All-Star on your mind. You've been dropping it now. You're starting to sense it, sniff it, feel it.
Well, I think there's some guys that are very deserving, and your fan base, you know, needs to get behind them.
Yeah.
And the Yankee fan base does, as good as anybody. Especially when you have a young upstart, stars like the Yankees do. Cam Schlittler on the mound, a candidate to maybe start the All-Star game, certainly make the team. Even Will Warren. And of course, Ben Rice at first and Bellinger at left. Bellinger's a veteran and former MVP. He's well known, but Ben Rice, he's serving notice right now. So yes, it's okay to talk about All-Star game.
Yeah. 1-2 on Jazz.
And guys, take a look at this. Benny Barrels. They were wearing the shirts today. The team's supporting Ben Rice, and why wouldn't you when you have 18 home runs and 45 RBIs on the season coming into tonight? Now, David, I can't help but wonder, do you feel like you had a little something to do with that shirt? Because you've been calling him Benny Barrels all season long.
Yeah, I stole it, Meredith, from somebody on social media. I'm sure of it, like I do most of my material. But.
Now, guys, this is kind of funny. He actually was sent those shirts about 2 days ago, and he handed them out to some of the players you saw. Spencer Jones, one guy wearing them. JC Escarra had one on today, too. Ben told me he loves the shirt, but they sent him a ton of larges and only a handful of extra larges. So a lot of guys couldn't wear them because they couldn't fit in a large. So maybe he'll give some extras to you two up there.
I'm a medium, but I'll fit in a large.
Cut
For
up
a Benny Barrels shirt?
You can cut off the sleeves and make it a little half shirt.
Absolutely. You'll see the Ruco barrels.
Make it work.
Jazz able to hold up and works the walk here with 1 out in the 6th. Remember the Coney's Speakeasy shirt?
I do.
Yeah, I still wear that one a lot.
Still looking to open one.
I'll gladly attend. Here's Spencer Jones. You know the first career homer is in there with his power. Waiting on that, had a double for his first career extra base hit the other day in his 3-hit performance against the Red Sox. 15 strikeouts, though, in 33 plate appearances. That's the concerning downside of the offense for Spencer Jones.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The homers need to go up. The strikeouts need to go down. He does have a good eye. He does see a lot of pitches, does walk a lot. So if he's going to be a 3 true outcome guy, you got to see all 3 outcomes.
2-0. Fouled away, 2-1. And it's 2-2 on Jones. 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of strikeouts.
Ooh, he missed that one. He knew. He had a good swing and a hanger. If you're looking for your first major league home run, this is what you want. That pitch right there. Oh.
And a check on Jazz. Fouled straight back. 97-mile-an-hour heater. Jones lost the helmet momentarily. Still 2-2.
I mean, that is some bat speed. I mean, there's no two ways about it. He's unbelievably athletic. We pointed out, yeah, the strikeout rate and everything, but the talent, wow.
The 2-2. And did he go? He did not. Boy, looked like he might have. It was almost a late check swing. Close.
Yeah, I mean, new school, definitely not a swing. Old school, different story.
Jazz at first. There he goes. The 3-2 swung on, miss. Throw down is in time, and Jazz is out. Strike him out, throw him out, double play as Bailey throws another seed to second, and Jazz maybe a little dinged up in the aftermath. 4-3 Yanks as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Turn to Prime tomorrow to take on the Guardians. Don't miss a minute of the Yankees beginning at 6, only on Prime. Well, Hedrick, after getting a couple of big outs to end the 5th, will stay in there to face Fry, pinch hitting here. David Fry, pinch hitting for Schneemann. And 2-0. Make that 3-0. As Hill and Blackburn throw in the Yankee pen. That misses as well. A 4-pitch walk issued by Hedrick to begin the 6th. And now Aaron Boone will come and get Hedrick. So gave him the one batter. Forced the change from Schneemann to Fry, but Hedrick unable to get him. So the Yankees will go to the bullpen, will step aside. 6th inning, and the Yankees with a 4-3 lead.
Yankees up 4-3. Blackburn on in relief. See his numbers on the year in 18 games, pretty solid. Not really a strikeout pitcher, more of a movement specialist, but has been able to stay off the barrel of the bat and do some weak contact.
And you see retired all 6 batters that he faced on Friday. So Aaron Boone makes the call to the pen after Hedrick got the 2 big outs to end the 5th. Issues the leadoff walk to Fry to begin the 6th. And now Angel Martinez will hit against Blackburn. Yankees with a 4-3 lead. Both starters' pitch counts elevated early. Gavin Williams and Will Warren. Battle of the bullpens now as Blackburn deals a strike. Guardians are out of ABS challenges for the remainder of the game after being wrong twice. That ball's driven in the air to right field and deep. Jones back, looking up, it is gone. A two-run homer for Angel Martinez, and that puts Cleveland in front 5-4.
Sometimes it can happen that fast. The life of a relief pitcher. Do or die right now. Martinez got the helmet on, slapping high fives.
A back and forth game so far tonight. Yankees jumped out to a 3-0 lead. Guardians tied it at 3. Ryan McMahon homer made it 4-3, and now it's Cleveland who swings in front.
Trying to get that cutter in, and it just took a seat, pulled up a chair, and Martinez knew it right off the bat.
10th home run for Martinez in his 3rd big league season.
The sound and the height were enough to ride it on up the stoop.
1-1 on Kwan. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Smiles from Martinez and sadness from Blackburn.
The wide world of sports intro in there somewhere, right? The agony of defeat.
Yes, the thrill of victory. Tapped. Foul.
It's the life of a manager trying to piece together a game when your starter's out after 5.
Yeah.
Yankees have been spoiled from their starting rotation so far this year.
And the pen has been better of late. Faltering here in the 6th. Grounded towards the middle. Chisholm on the backhand, got stuck in his glove. Still able to make the throw. A rocket across the diamond from Chisholm for the out.
Another look. Got it. Thought he dropped it. He didn't. He had it the whole time.
Looking at his glove like, oh, wait, it was in there? I didn't know. Big out there as Kwan held off the bases. Here's Patrick Bailey, who has doubled and scored tonight. He's also thrown out 2 runners attempting to steal. Swing and a miss. Yankee bullpen first 38 games this year, a 3.16 ERA, 3rd in the majors. The next 14 games, ERA of 4.5, 23rd in the majors, but the last 12 entering tonight, 3.31, which is 9th. Yarbrough up in the Yankee pen now. You know, certainly some anticipation for Carlos Legrand as well, and when he might become part of the pen. with his transition happening in the minors.
Yeah, among other power arms down there.
Yeah. Went around, strike 3, and Bailey down on strikes, 2 away.
Good breaking ball down in the dirt.
Here's Rocchio. I feel like at some point in my life, my last name has been mispronounced into Rocchio. You know, I definitely had to have gotten that at some point.
Sounds good.
Yeah. The 1-0. Hit hard. Oh, Jazz got a glove on it. Nothing more. It'll trickle behind second for a base hit. Big turn from Rocchio. And just got back in time as Caballero flung it over.
Well, it was interesting because Rocchio, first of all, hits the ball hard. And secondly, second base is vacated because Jazz stays right there and Caballero's got to get the ball. Nobody home. Rocchio sees it, hits the brakes because Ryan McMahon ran over from third to get to second base.
And that'll be it for Blackburn. So third Yankee pitcher of the inning is coming in. It'll be Yarborough, with the Yankees still trying to escape this 6, trailing 5-4 in Cleveland. Justin, it's time for...
How about that?
Yeah, Travis Bazzana, as a child, said if he could not play Major League Baseball, he wanted to do nothing else. When he moved from Australia to attend Oregon State, his dad packed 5 pounds of Tim Tams and 3 cans of Milo to ensure he had a taste of home. Growing up in Sydney, he captained Turramurra High School's cricket team to its first New South Wales State Championship. How about that?
Tim Tams, huh?
Tim Tams, I guess so.
I got to look that up.
Yeah. Justin, our audio man, making sure you get to hear Mel Allen's how about that. Here is Bazzana with the runner on first and 2 down. And the Yankees turning to Yarborough, trailing 5-4. What's been a long bottom of the 6th. .213 ERA in his last 7 appearances. Way outside, 1-1.
Tim Tams are chocolate biscuits.
Oh, that sounds great.
They look good. So
5 pounds of them. That he
5
packed.
pounds of Tim Tams.
Wow.
Little chocolate biscuits.
Must have been the most popular guy at the dorm in Oregon State.
Back in black.
Just missed there, 2-1.
Just a little bit low.
The 2-1 runner going, and the pitch fouled away. 2-2. Bazzana, the first overall pick in 2024. Number 22 prospect in the majors. And the count is full on Bazana. Ball 4 as Bazana is on, and the inning continues. First and second, and 2 out. And now you have to deal with Jose Ramirez. It's not the walk you want to issue. Ramirez 1 for 3 tonight. But he has been much stronger this season against left-handed pitching. A .323 batting average, an OPS over 1,000. Compared to a .200 batting average and a .672 OPS against righties. One and 0 on Ramirez. First and second, 2 out. And 2-0. How careful are you being if you're Yarborough here? I know it's third base, not first base that's open, but with DeLauder on deck, the lefty.
He's trying to stay down and keep him on the ground.
Swinging a tip into the glove on the cutter. 2-1.
It's a fine line. You have to throw strikes. You don't want to live up there with 88.
The 2-1. Got a call. And it's 2-2.
Generous call.
Oh, wow. Quite generous. But the Guardians out of challenges.
The look on Vogt's face tells you everything.
Yep. No ABS challenges left for Cleveland. Pickoff attempt at second. And getting back is Rocchio. Two and 2 on Ramirez. With 2 on and 2 out. Pitch. Looping little liner into shallow left center. That is caught by Grisham to end the inning. But the Guardians take the lead. A 2-run homer off the bat of Anel Martinez. 5-4 Cleveland going to the 7th. Gracie Cashman sits down with the Yankees ace Garrett Cole for a deep dive into numbers that have defined his career. Watch a new episode of The Story of My Number presented by the New York Lottery Wednesday following Yankees coverage on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Top of the 7th inning, Caballero leading off against Tim Herron. 3 consecutive scoreless appearances. Decent numbers on the year for him as Caballero smacks that into center. But right there to make the catch is Fairchild in center. And 1 away. Let's take a look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. And how about the Oppo tacos from Ryan McMahon this year? Had another one tonight.
It's become a thing.
And Anthony Volpe will pinch hit here for McMahon. Volpe has been struggling offensively of late. 3 for his last 25. Aaron Boone liked what he saw from his at-bats yesterday. A couple of deep flyouts, a walk. And he hits for the lefty McMahon here. Grounded to third. Comes up on Ramirez. He stays with it. And there are 2 gone. And pinch hitting for Escara will be Ahmed Rosario. Rosario's had so much success against lefties since coming to the Yankees. Gets a chance here, down 1 in the top of the 7th. Takes a strike there. The 1-1 in there for a strike. 1-2. Nobody on, 2 out, 1-2 count on Rosario. Let's see. Maybe just nick that inside corner. The 1-2, and Rosario stays alive. Rosario spent parts of 3 seasons with Cleveland, here in 21, 22, part of 2023. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes. So 1, 2, 3 go the Yankees in the 7th. We go to the bottom of the frame with Cleveland leading 5-4. All right, thank you very much, fellas. Taking a look at the game summary. 4-4-2 for the Yanks, 5-5-2 for Cleveland. As the fellas just talked about, short outing from Will Warren. Paul Goldschmidt got it started for the Yankees with a 2-run homer right now. Angel Martinez's 2-run shot is the difference. Here's DeLauder. A couple of hopper to short on the backhand. Anthony Volpe now manning the position, makes the play for the out. And that's going to do it from Yarborough. Aaron Boone's going back to the pen. Plenty of relievers involved early. Will step aside. All right, it's time to pay off Name That Yankee. Started his career with the Yanks, went to Cleveland, then St. Louis, 105 wins. Your former teammate, David?
Jake Westbrook.
Wow, Jake Westbrook, great pull.
He's a good pitcher. He had a nice little run there, had some arm injuries, but we knew right then, he's only 22 years old here. Good sinker. I knew, you know, he's gonna hit. This kid's gonna have a chance. Just for the little I saw him, and when he came here in Cleveland, he was good here.
Some good Cleveland teams. Part of the couple of big trades, right? Acquired from the Expos with Ted Lilly for Hideki Arabu, and then was traded to Cleveland for David Justice, who proved to be critical for your 2000 team.
Maybe the best deadline trade Brian Cashman ever made. David Justice hit like 20 home runs after the trade that year.
Remember David's home run in the ALCS and Michael's call, get your tokens ready. Here's Jake Bird.
It's one of those trades that ended up working out for both teams.
Yeah.
Jake Westbrook became a nice pitcher for the Indians. Of course, David Justice, the big reason why we won in 2000.
David Justice, who once trucked me at home plate in a Yes ad when I was an intern, acting as the catcher behind the plate on our Yes softball famous promo. So Caballero at third, Volpe at short, and Sanchez now behind the plate. That is down, and it's 3-2. At 3-2. Strike three, got him looking, 2 away.
Well, when you face Jake Bird, you got to be looking for that big breaking ball. Sometimes you don't. And when you're looking for it, that's when you take a fastball down the middle.
Here's Stuart Fairchild. This spot in the order was Daniel Schneemann, and David Fry pinch hit for him. Fairchild came in to play center field, and now he gets the at bat here in the 7th with 2 out, nobody on, and it's 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Three and one now on Fairchild, with Angel Martinez, who has the decisive swing of this game thus far, on deck. Good sinker there, and the count is full. Yankees will have the top of the order in the 8th with Grisham leading off. Missed high, and that will give Martinez an at bat here in the 7th. Second walk in front of Martinez tonight. The last one was right before the 2-run homer that put Cleveland in front. Oh, and 1.
So Martinez got a cut fastball right down the middle and barreled it up.
The 0-1, swing and a miss. 0-2. Blocked nicely by Sanchez. 1-2. Both teams had to go to their bullpens early. So the last couple of innings have been a grind, piecing it together. Now it's Bird's turn. The 1-2. 2-2.
You know, the book on Martinez coming in, he now has 10 home runs. He's got some pop, but he will chase. You can see Bird trying to get him to chase. A breaking ball down and in. The back leg breaking ball is the spot to go here.
Swing and a miss. Got him. Chasing a curve. Bird able to navigate around the 2-out walk. Yankees with the top of the order coming up in the 8th. Down 1. Hey fans, the next game on Yes, Wednesday afternoon as the Yankees and Guardians wrap up this 3-game set here at Progressive Field. Pre-game coverage starts at 12:30 with first pitch scheduled for 1:10 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Top of the 8th inning, Hunter Gaddis, the new pitcher for the Guardians. 9 consecutive scoreless appearances. The Guardians a 5-4 lead on the Yanks. Top of the order for the Yankees here in the 8th. Trent Grisham been on twice already tonight. Takes strike 1. Duvall getting ready in the Yankee pen. It was a short start for Will Warren, so the Yankees have been cycling through their relievers. The 1-1. Chase to change, 1-2.
There's some guys that, you know, when you hear a name, does the face fit the name? Kind of does with this guy, right? I mean, he looks like a Hunter Gaddis, right? The big beard. Yeah, that fits. The name fits the face.
David, you are spot on. He absolutely looks like a Hunter Gaddis. The 1-2 in the dirt. It's 2-2 on Grisham. Rice on deck. Goldschmidt to follow him. Yankees looking for some more 8th inning magic like they had yesterday at the stadium. And the count now full on Grisham.
A good take right there by Grisham. Again.
The 3-2. Grisham lines a base hit into left. Trent Grisham on for a 3rd time tonight. And the tying run on base here in the 8th.
Just a professional at bat against a tough reliever. Took some tough pitches, fights one off, and gets rewarded. Wait, wait, wait. Muscle it off. Get off of me. Take the hit.
And after a slow start, as far as results go at least for Grisham this season, he is really put it together. Here's Rice. Taps it foul. You see what Rice has done. Serious damage up against both righties and lefties. He is the go-ahead run in the box here in the 8th. Grisham leading off first. And that changeup is down. 1-1. The 1-1. And it's 2-1 on Rice. Just spit on that slider. Not a second of hesitation, knowing exactly where that one was headed. We talked about it earlier, David, how Rice had put himself in a lot of good counts this season. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss. That time went after the slider.
Gaddis has got a good one.
That one might have stayed in the zone.
That was close.
Yeah. Grisham leads off first. Here comes the 2-2. Hammered foul. It's still 2-2.
You know, the big debate now you're seeing, online, social media, Yankee universe, should Ben Rice be catching? Now that, Wells is out, and maybe he could just be the everyday catcher. No, I would sneak down there and hide his catchers. You can hear from him. He's too valuable as a hitter.
The 2-2. Rice stays alive again.
We've seen Austin Wells just get beaten up back there.
Yes.
Catchers, their hands, their thumbs, their knees, every part of their body gets beaten up when you catch.
Yeah,
I vote no.
I totally agree, David. You don't want to do anything to mess with what's going on right now with Ben Rice at the plate. The 2-2. Rice lifts that into right field, a base hit. Grisham will head to third, and the Yankees are set up first and third, nobody out here in the 8th.
Good at bat, good adjustment. Swung over the slider previously. Gets an off-speed pitch and stays on it. Looked like more of a changeup from Gaddis. And look at that long. You talk about long through the zone. Keep the bat in the zone longer. That's a prime example of it right there.
So first and third now with nobody out. You saw the strong numbers from Goldschmidt there with runners in scoring position, which you were talking about earlier, David. Yankees down 1 here in the 8th. And Goldschmidt takes ball 1.
One thing you know that Goldschmidt has is a plan. He's faced Gaddis before. He knows what to expect. It's an RBI situation.
High and in, nearly clipped Goldschmidt. It's 2-0. Here was Goldschmidt in the first.
I don't know if that was part of his plan, but it sure worked for that guy too out there.
Yankees 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight. Goldschmidt ahead 2-0. And he takes ball 3. 3-0 on Goldschmidt with Bellinger waiting on deck.
This is what you call aggressive but selective. He's aggressive, but no, still selective at the same time.
The 3-0. Goldschmidt swinging, taps it up the middle, could be 2. On to second 1. Goldschmidt beats it out. The run scores to tie the game at 5. As Goldschmidt swinging 3-0, hit a weak tapper up the middle, but does score the run to tie it.
Indeed, that was a really difficult double play to turn. And Goldie on 3-0 just kind of tries to pull that outside pitch, but he's getting it down the line. That's all he's got, and it was enough.
And now Yankees will pinch run for Goldschmidt. With Schumann as the go-ahead run. Of course, when you pinch run in a situation like this, though, for a hitter like Goldschmidt, possibility of that spot in the order coming up again remains fairly high.
It's an excellent point in a tie game right now.
Two 2-0 on Bellinger. And the Yankees now have completely emptied the bench. Three 3-0. He had just fallen behind Goldschmidt 3-0. Smith up in the Cleveland pen. Here's the 3-0. That one's pumped in there for a strike. Bellinger taking 3-1. That's in there for a strike, 3-2. Bellinger had the sweet stroke in the 8th yesterday with the Yanks in front. 1 run already in here in this 8th. There goes Schumann as Bellinger rips it into center field, a base hit. Schumann will race to third, and the Yankees set up again. It's 1st and 3rd with 1 out. And there, the pinch runner paying off for Aaron Boone and the Yankees.
Playing for the win, yes. In a position to take the lead now.
And Stephen Vogt will go back to his pen. Will step aside. Yankees threatening to take the lead here in the 8th. Five game, 1st and 3rd, 1 out for the Yanks. All-State good hands replay. Cody Bellinger with the good hands on this swing, David.
Good hands lead to a bullet right back up the box. That swing puts the Yankees in a position to take the lead in this ballgame.
So a single from Grisham, a single from Rice, a RBI fielder's choice from Goldschmidt. Schumann running on the pitch on the Bellinger single, and now 1st and 3rd, 1 out. Jazz up, infield in. 5-5 game, top 8. And Smith, the new pitcher, deals ball 1. Cade Smith leads the majors with 21 saves. Obviously not a save situation here. Chisholm up the middle. What a stop! Right at the bag, tags it, and goes to first. An incredible play from Rocchio to end the inning. Keeps the Yankees' 6th run off the board with a fantastic stop and stab on the bag. The Range Rover Sport Dynamic Performer, how about this play to end the 8th?
Well, especially considering that he made a couple of dubious plays earlier in the game that cost Cleveland, so he comes up with a game-saving play right there. And he loves it, and rightly so.
Incredible play, gloving it, tapping the bag, firing to first, and it keeps this a 5-5 game as Duvall heads to the mound for the Yanks. See the tough numbers on the season for Duvall. Coming off a strong appearance, though. He will deal with 7, 8, 9 in the Guardians order as Stephen Kwan leads off. Yankees were all set up, had everything brewing with 1st and 3rd. And 1 out, 1 run already in, but that play by Rocchio keeps it 5-5. Now Duvall trying to do the same on the mound, and he deals strike 1.
It's the best sound I could ever hear right there. What you just said, strike 1. If you're a pitcher, nothing better. Even strike 2 is even better.
Love that 0-2 start.
That's the mission for every pitcher in every at-bat. Unless it's a 1-pitch out.
1-2. Grounded to second. Jazz fields a tough hop. 1 down. Hey, this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. Bailey takes ball 1.
The usual suspects.
Yep. Swing and a miss. 1-1. One and two now.
I'd like to bottle up these last 2 sliders that he's thrown. Those are dandies.
Bailey, 1 for 3 on the day, a double, a run scored, a ground out and a strikeout. 5-5 game, bottom of the 8th.
These two know each other very well. Bailey was Doval's catcher in San Francisco.
How'd you feel when you would face somebody who used to catch you, David?
I didn't like it. I didn't like facing any of my ex-teammates. Jeter, O'Neill, any of them.
The 2-2. Tip foul.
Partly because they were good. They were hard to get out.
That's a big part of it, right? The 2-2. And the count is full. The ball's payoff to Bailey. Rolled slowly to the right side. And Rice tips it into right field. That was going to be a tough play if it made it to Jazz, but Rice gave him no chance with that dive.
Well, it's instinct. You're playing way back as a first baseman, and your first instinct is to go get it. You see, Duvall's late breaking as well, and that was Rice's idea. It was just react, go get it. If Jazz fields it, it would have been, I don't know, really tough chance, to your point, yes. Because Duvall was hesitant to break to first.
Here's Rocchio, who's the reason why this game is still tied at 5. His sensational double play to end the 8th and keep the Yankees from scoring that 6th run. He takes ball 1. The 1-0. Line drive, center field. Grisham racing in. He makes the catch. Now we'll try and fire to first. Not in time, but incredible catch from Grisham. Guardians saying, hey, that hit the ground. So the Yankees throw to second just in case it did. Stephen Vo looking for clarification. And now here's the thing. Had Grisham just fired into second rather than first, you might have been getting him out regardless of a trap.
Cleveland is challenging. It was not a catch.
All right.
One thing you look for here, too, is not only the trap, which he did trap it, was did the umpires make a call? Did they call him out immediately? If they called him out immediately, then Boat could make the argument that the runner should be allowed to go to second base.
Right.
That it shouldn't be a force out. think that's what Vogt was probably arguing when he went out there with the umpires was he made the call. Who made the call? We didn't see a call. That's what Bailey's saying over there. They didn't, no umpire made a call. So a lot to unpack here. Grisham, a little bit of a late jump on that too as well, coming in from center. It was one of those line drives a little bit off the end of the bat.
After review, the call in the field is overturned. It was not a catch. The runners will be placed at first and second.
That's such a tough one, David, like you said, because it was ruled a catch, runner goes back. But in actuality, he wasn't that far off the bag where maybe Grisham would have had to play at second.
Right. I mean, if the umpire made the call, then he made the call, and the call was overturned. So this is the right placement.
So it'll be first and second after the trap with one out, and now Aaron Boone is going to go back to the pen. Will step aside. 5-5 game in the eighth. Fans, stay tuned for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Justin Shackle and Jack Curry are in the studio with highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and hear from Aaron Boone on the Manager's Report, all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. Now, trying to see which umpire made the call here, David.
Well, the umpires have rotation, so the second base umpire's got the call at second base. So it's the third base umpire who made the call.
Yeah.
Who actually made the out call. And I think Bailey or the base runner said, I can't see the third base umpire there.
Right.
You know, that's why the second base umpire, that's who he picks up to see if it's out, if he's called out or not. Because he said Bailey's halfway trying to read the umpire, and you can't look over to the third base umpire at that point.
So now Tim Hill on after the overturned ruling. Ball was trapped, and it's first and second, one out. Been a lot going on here over these last couple innings, huh?
We got action.
We got action. And you know what? Tonight we got length as well. Teams both had to get into the bullpen early, and it has grinded to the halt since, with a little bit of drama seemingly in every half inning.
A lot of deep counts.
Lozana fouls that back, and it's 2-2.
Well, we found out in his last at-bat that Bazana likes chocolate, because that's what Tim Tams are, chocolate biscuits. And Milo is also a chocolate malt powder. So that's what his dad sent him.
I love when we learn about different foreign delicacies.
That dude likes chocolate.
Yeah, 5 pounds of chocolate. That's a lot to travel with. I don't blame him. Hey, you got a little chocolate first in the booth tonight in your omega-3 mix. It's not a biscuit, but it'll do. High and in. It's 3-2 now on Bazana. With first and second, one out.
Now, we've seen Tim Hill kind of toy with a slider nowadays over his last few outings to mix one in, especially against lefties for a strikeout. Not sure if he wants to do it here, 3-2 or not, but it is in his bag.
Popped up. Went with the sinker, gets the pop-up, infield fly called, catch made, and Hill 1 out away from escaping. Strike one. Fly ball right field. Jones over. Jones then tracks it back in play and makes the catch for the final out of the 8th. Was lurking in foul ground and had to follow it back into fair. Tim Hill says, woo, all right, here we go to the 9th. Jones leading off, tie game. Great job by Tim Hill. Stranding 2 runners. And it's 5-5 with Jones leading off against Cade Smith and takes a vicious hack. 1-1.
He's going to have to tune it up because he's a little tardy.
Hear the pop of the glove. Not all 98 sounds the same.
He's got a good one. Cleveland has a stable of hard throwers.
Off the back leg, trying to catch up, could not. 2-2. It'll be Jones, Caballero, and Volpe.
Late.
The 2-2. Taken the other way. What a beautiful piece of hitting from Spencer Jones. And the go-ahead run is on here in the 9th.
Watch where this one is. Down. The other 2 were up, belt, just above the belt. The difference in location. All the difference in the world.
Here's Caballero. Takes a strike. 0-1. And it's 1-1. Jones, a great athlete with speed at first. Two and 1. Jones leading off first. That buckling sweeper. It's 2-2.
Well, when you throw upper 90s and then you break this one off, it's going to lock you up.
Nine for 11 in stolen base attempts in the minors this season. Not going, the 2-2, tap foul. Caballero stays alive. We've already seen Bailey show off his arm behind the plate tonight twice.
I'd be a little gun shy too
Yeah.
to steal off of this guy right now.
5-5 game, top of the 9th. The 2-2, swing and a miss, got him chasing the sweeper, 1 down.
Overpowering stuff. Upper 90s and that kind of breaking ball on top of it.
Smith has had 4 days off since last Wednesday's save in New York against the Yankees. Did give up a run in that game. Volpe, pinch hit for McMahon in the 7th and grounded out to 3rd. Here's the 0-1. 100 miles an hour that just missed. 1-1. Volpe, good swing there, fouls it straight back. The 1-2. Went around, strike 3. 2 away.
Another look. We've had a few of those tonight. I'll let you be the judge at home.
Here's Ali Sanchez with Jones at first. 2 down. Ball 1. Bednar is up in the Yankee pen. He would deal with 3, 4, 5 in the Guardians order. 1-1 on Sanchez. Two and 1. Lined foul. 2 and 2.
That would have been interesting to watch Spencer Jones run on
Yes.
a double down the line.
Just thinking the same thing. If that thing got in the corner, watching him gallop. 2 and 2 on Sanchez. Top of the 9th, tie game. 2 out. Swing and a miss. Third straight strikeout from Smith after the leadoff single from Jones. It's up to David Bednar to push this game to extras. We go to the bottom of the 9th. But Tim Hill stays in here in the bottom of the 9th. In a 5-5 game, he will face the lefty Jace DeLauder with Bednar ready to go, and Aaron Boone calls on him. 5-5 game. Yankees got the leadoff man on in the 9th, but then 3 straight strikeouts from Smith as DeLauder tops one to second. Jazz waits, tosses, 1 away. And now Aaron Boone will call on his closer in a tie game, trying to send it to extras. Bednar will come on. What a job well done from Tim Hill. Got 2 outs with 2 on, coming on in the 8th, and now gets the leadoff batter in the 9th. Here comes Bednar. All right, taking a look at the Yankees' upcoming schedule. Tomorrow night on Prime, 6:40 first pitch. Then Wednesday afternoon on Yes, a day off. And the Yankees in Toronto then for 3 before coming home to host the White Sox and the Reds. First order of business, though, sending this game to extras. David Bednar on. And the Yankees in a 5-5 game with the Guardians. Should the Yanks be able to get to the 10th, they would have the top of their order with Grisham, Rice, but then Schumann rather than Goldschmidt after Schumann pinch ran for Goldschmidt in the 8th.
And Sanchez on second base is the runner.
That's right. Yankees without any options on their bench. They have used up everybody. As Bednar deals a strike to Rhys Hoskins, who pinch hit earlier in this game for Kyle Manzardo. The 0-1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Swing and a miss. Scoots away from Sanchez. Flags it down. Tosses in time to complete the strikeout. 2 away.
Well, nasty splitter. Bottom just dropped out of it. Sanchez back there calm and cool. All you got to do is go pick it up. Throw it to first base.
Here is Stuart Fairchild. Ball 1. Fouled straight back here. 1-1. Time called by Fairchild. The 1-1. In there for a strike, whispering over the inside corner. It's 1-2.
Another look at this running split finger. Borderline.
And Cleveland out of ABS challenges. Swing and a miss. Bednar with another nasty splitter. Comes up with another strikeout. To the 10th we go. Top of the Yankee order coming up. Hey fans, stay tuned for tonight's WB Mason Yankees postgame as Justin Shacklin, Jack Curry in the studio with highlights and analysis. Meredith Marakovitz gets player interviews in the clubhouse, and hear from Aaron Boone on the manager's report, all coming up next on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
You know what I really like about this stadium design is the old light towers.
Yeah.
Light towers give the kind of that,
old school feel.
Little feel to it. Light tower power. Robert Redford in the National.
Oh.
The Natural.
Sean Armstrong, the new pitcher. Ali Sanchez is the runner at second as we start extras. Grisham, 2 hits and a walk tonight. Swings and misses here. It's 0-1. One and one. The Yankees in extra innings, the best home team since 2020, but the worst on the road, 16-31. Way outside, 2-1. Eighth game since coming off the IL, missing a month with the right groin strain for Sean Armstrong. Here's the 2-1. Grisham drives that to left field. Quan back on the track, makes the catch, fires in, and Sanchez retreats to second.
Well, another good at bat from Grisham as he drives this ball the other way. And it's a tough read for Sanchez at second base. He doesn't have enough speed to go back and tag on that to a fly ball to left field. So he did the right thing halfway.
And now they will intentionally walk Ben Rice and leaves it for Max Schumann.
That's the only thing he can do right there. Because there's no way he can tag up and get to third base on a fly ball to Quan in left field.
Now this is what we were talking about earlier with pinch running Schumann for Goldschmidt. Now in this tie game, it's Schumann coming up in Goldschmidt's spot in the heart of the order. First and second, one out, top 10. And it's 2-0 on Schumann.
Now, Schumann's done nothing but good things since he's become a Yankee. And he's in another position right here. When you're a utility guy, make yourself indispensable. And he's got another chance to do that right here.
The 2-0 takes a strike, 2-1. Bellinger on deck. Yeah, a lot of names that have been used up and down these rosters tonight. Schumann held up. It's 3-1. You know Armstrong does not want to load the bases for Bellinger. See what kind of pitch Schumann gets here, as he will take time. With Sanchez at second, Rice at first. And the 3-1. Called a strike. Schumann's going to challenge it. And he feels
the pitch was called a strike. The batter's challenging.
Very confident about it. He's undoing all of his garb. And yeah, that's why he was confident.
The call is overturned. It is ball 4.
The shoe with some swag on ball 4.
Swagalicious. I mean, wow. This is confidence. I mean, look at that. Oh, yeah, I got this. Oh, yeah. He was right.
He was indeed. And once again, like you said, David, in the mix in a positive way, working a huge walk there to set things up for Bellinger.
Kind of like it, you know? That lights up a bench. You see somebody like that.
Absolutely.
He's got some energy.
Bases loaded, one out, 5-5, top 10. Bellinger, what a rip, fouls it straight back. Infield in. The 0-1. 1-1 on Bellinger. So they intentionally walk Rice, and then Schumann works a walk. Bases loaded. The 1-1 to Bellinger. Inside, it's 2-1. Armstrong's 2-1 coming to Bellinger. Tipped into the glove, and it's 2-2.
Got him to chase.
The 2-2. Bellinger fights it off, just foul. Turned on it, but could not quite keep it fair, and it's still 2-2.
How did he hit that pitch?
Yeah, looked like it was going to hit him.
And how did he almost keep it fair? That was unbelievable.
Sanchez at third, Rice at second, Schumann at first. Infield in. 5-5, top 10. Another 2-2 coming. Pitch. Bellinger grounds it through into left field, a base hit. Sanchez will score. Here comes Rice. It's cut off. He will score. Out at third is Schumann, but it's a huge 2-run single for Cody Bellinger. And the Yankees take a 7-5 lead.
What an at-bat by the left field, by the best left fielder in the game right here. Up and in, fouls it back. Takes one away. Slider down and in. You got the count leverage. Up and away, chases. I don't know how he hit that pitch off his thumbs and almost kept it fair. And then off of that, he's able to do that the other way. Just an incredible 1-2 sequence there, really the whole sequence. Bellinger again.
Here's Chisholm. Showing bunt, lays it fair, and he'll be out at first to end the inning. But Bellinger comes through again. How often has he shown situationally with 2 strikes, he can come up with that big hit to all fields, and he does. Well, Cody Bellinger with the big 2-run single to put the Yankees in front 7-5. Both teams have been 0 for 8 with runners in scoring position on the night before that hit. And now it's up to Bednar to lock down the win. The runner on second, immaterial thanks to the second run. And Schumann, he headed for third, got thrown out trying to draw the cutoff and assure that Rice would score, which he did.
Yeah, that's textbook base running. That's what you're taught.
Here's Martinez, who has a 2-run homer tonight. Off of Blackburn in the 6th. That put Cleveland in front. The Yankees were able to tie it in the 8th on an RBI ground out from Paul Goldschmidt. Bednar had a couple of vicious splitters for strikeouts in the 9th, and another nasty one right there.
Yeah, it's gotten better over the last 5 outings or so.
The 0-2. Martinez able to hold off.
It's the thing about a pitcher who throws a split finger like Bednar does, and I know in my experience on the mound, you can get into a groove with it. You get a feel for it, you get confidence. You can start to manipulate it a little bit, throw one that you miss with, throw one for a strike. That's what Bednar's got working right now.
The 1-2. 2-2. Just to take it back to Bellinger for a moment, David, it's amazing the appreciation, the depth of appreciation you have for this guy. Watching him every day, the astute approach within at bats.
He grows on you, right?
Yeah. The 2-2. And now 3-2 on Martinez. So 3 straight balls thrown by Bednar. Pickoff attempt at second, and Fairchild is back.
I love that. I don't think Bednar's heart was in it, but it's a good try. Volpe had the break. They had it set up. But a lot of time closers aren't comfortable, you know, with those kind of plays.
The payoff, ball 4. And now the tying run is on base for Cleveland. Yankees 0-3 in extra innings this season. This is the 7th reliever the Yankees have used tonight, and expecting the bunt here from Kwan. Rice pulled in at first on the grass. The Yankees were trying to make sure they had their defensive signaling for this. Ali Sanchez behind the plate, just his 2nd game there. Kwan not showing bunt and takes ball 1. Caballero in on the grass at third. Again, Kwan swinging, lifts that down the left field line. into the corner off the netting foul. 1-1. So now if you're Rice and Caballero, you're going to back up a little now?
Certainly Caballero's got the option, because Quan does like to slap it the other way, but with just one strike, you still have to be aware.
Rice has backed up. Caballero still in on the grass. And it's 2-1. A 2-1, and it's 2-2 on Quan. Bellinger in left, Grisham in center, Jones in right, Caballero and Volpe on the left side, Chisholm and Rice on the right side, and Ali Sanchez behind the plate. First and second, nobody out. Pitch, lined right at Volpe, tosses to second, not in time for the double play. But immediately the Yankees point to the dugout to take a look. No matter what, there's one down at least.
Just off the end of the bat enough, and the play at second is a good call.
Yes, safe.
Jazz never hit the bag. But he's in there.
So a huge out there from Bednar. And now he will deal with Patrick Bailey, who has 2 hits tonight. A double and a single. Yankees trying to win their first extra inning game of the season. And Cruz up in the Yankee pen in case they need more than Bednar here. 18 pitches thus far for Bednar. He's recorded 3 outs thus far. And there is strike 1.
He's got Bailey, a candidate for a ground ball double play, too.
Yankees with a 7-5 lead, bottom 10. 0-2. Oh, 2, David?
Yeah, his best chance to strike him out is a splitter down. So if you want the chase, it's either heater up and out or splitter down.
The 0-2. He got him. Where with the heater? And caught him looking 2 away.
Not sure if he's trying to. You see Sanchez wants it up. He says, I'm just going to paint the inside corner. Get on out of here. Another look. Dots it. Sanchez says that works.
Two out now, 2 on. Just missed there, 1-0 to Rocchio, who had a game-saving double play that he gloved, stepped on the bag through to first in the 8th. Now trying to provide some offense, it's 1-1.
Rocchio had one thing on his mind with that swing. Bednar had another with the splitter down.
5 homers on the season from Rocchio. Here comes the 1-1 from Bednar. That's high, 2-1. Yankees took the lead in the 10th thanks to a 2-run single from Cody Bellinger. Trying to get their first extra inning win of the season. 7-5 lead, bottom 10. The 2-1. And it's 3-1. With Bazana on deck.
Good take by Rocchio right there.
Fairchild at second. Martinez at first. And a 3-1 count as a little.
That's from the bench.
Yeah.
Vogt wanted him to change the balls because he thought maybe the baseball hit the ground and they're all worried about a scuff. And now they think Bednar pulled the hidden ball trick and threw out the other one because he had both balls at once. So now they're going to make sure that he has a clean ball. That's what it's come to. I used to pitch a whole inning with one ball.
Three and one on Rocchio. Swing and a miss. And the count is full. Third ball was the charm there for Bednar.
Splitter to get back to 3-2.
Merry-go-round will start. 3-2, 2 outs. Yankees a strike away from victory. The payoff from Bednar. And a look at second first. David, you going back to the splitter here?
I think so. If he just threw that one he just threw before, that works.
Here's the 3-2. Rolled to the right side. Jazz gloves and ends it. The Yankees win it 7-5 in 10. Bellinger, the offensive hero in the top of the inning. And what a job from Bednar, both in the 9th and then here in the 10th.
Absolutely. You have a closer, you bring it in the 8th, and he can close it out in the 9th. That's a big deal. Aaron Boone feeling it.
3 hours and 41 minutes, and it ends right here.
And he did throw another splitter right there, and it worked. Game over.
Bednar celebrates, and the Yankees able to piece it together with the pen. After falling behind in the 6th, they tie it in the 8th, win it in the 10th. Real good Yankee win tonight. We'll be back with the awards in a moment. Yankees win it 7-5 in extras. Time for the game-changing drive of the game, brought to you by Audi and the all-new Audi Q3.
Go back to the 5th inning. A breaking ball that at first we thought was a double, but then upon further review, yeah, it's a homer. Number 7 for Mr. McMahon, the player of the game.
The Chevy player of the game. This man, Cody Bellinger.
2 for 5, 2 RBIs, none bigger than that one. But what a great at-bat in a clutch situation.
7-9 and 2 for the Yanks, 5-7 and 2 for the Guardians. An unusual in today's day, 3 hour and 41 minute game. Bednar the win, Armstrong the loss, Bellinger the key at bat with that 2-strike, 2-run single in the 10th. And the Yankees win their first extra inning game of the season. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the WB Mason post-game show with Justin the Jackal Shackle and Jack Curry. Special thanks to producer Josh Isaac, director Michael Cooney, Mike Webb, and our executive producer is Jared Ames Boschnack. Join us again tomorrow when the Yankees continue this 3-game set at Progressive Field. Coverage begins at 5:30 p.m. on Yes. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 o'clock on Prime, with first pitch coming shortly after 6:30. Once again, the final score, the Yankees 7 and the Guardians 5. For David Cohn and Meredith Morakovitz, I'm Ryan Rucco. The Yankees come up with big outs and big hits late and a big win in Cleveland. Yeah, Booney. Now let's go to Justin Shackle and Jack Curry, who are standing by with the post-game show. Fellas,